Can you see my slide already, sir?
Yes, you may start.
Okay, so good morning, Mr. Joshua and Dr. Chi. Today I would like to present from my chapter 1 until 3. The title is The Effect of Board Diversity on Firm Financial Performance Through Sustainability Disclosure in Indonesia's Agriculture and Mining Industries. Today's discussion will cover from background until data analysis technique, but first thing first, I would like to tell you about the background. As you all know, Indonesia is one of the biggest archipelago country with many different ages, cultures, ethnicities, and also Indonesia has the fourth biggest population in the world. But unfortunately, one of the demographic problem that still strikes Indonesia is about gender inequality. The composition of women in business leadership position based on Grant Thornton International Business Report in the year of 2015 is only 20%. This can happen because of patriarchy and hierarchy culture in Indonesia, meaning that women in Indonesia are prohibited to reach the upper level in the business world because they believe that position is belong to men. On the other hand, if we look back at the Asian financial crisis in 1998 and also the fall of Enron, WorldCom, and other similar cases, these incidents become the attention of all companies around the world, as this happened due to lack of board independence. And the other phenomena is about the environment of Indonesia itself. Indonesia is number 4 largest emitter greenhouse gases and also the biggest producer of plastics in the ocean. Therefore, in this dynamic business environment, companies need to put more attention in their sustainability activities, especially for mining and agriculture industry because their production activities is directly connected with the environment. Therefore, I would like to combine these three phenomena and evaluate how board diversity can affect the firm financial performance by having sustainability disclosure as the intervening. Next, about the underpinning theories. In here, there will be two theory, agency theory and legitimacy theory. Agency theory, which talk about the relation between principal and agent, and legitimacy theory, which talk about the social contract. Next, about the variables, I will start with the independent variables. The independent variables here is the board diversity. I divided board diversity into two, demographic and structural. For demographic, will consist of board age, women on board, education level. For the board age, the measurement will be average age of board divided by total number of board. And for the women on board, the measurement will be number of women on board divided by total number of board. For the education, the measurement will be number of PhD holder on board divided by total number of board. For the structural, will contain board size, foreigners on board, and board independence. For the board size, the measurement will be natural logarithm, number of member, and for the foreigners, the measurement will be number of foreigners on board divided by total number of board. For the board independence, the measurement will be number of independent director on board divided by total number of board. And for the intervening variable will be sustainability disclosure, as I mentioned before. In here, I'll be using DPL concept by John Elkington, and the indicator I will accept from GRI standards, which consists of 13 economic aspect, 32 environment aspect, and 40 social aspect. So in total, there will be 85 items that need to be checked. And for the measurement, I will have two stages. The first one, I will doing dummy variable by giving 0 or 1. And the second stage, I will get the percentage of indicators performed in total. For dependent variables from financial performance, I have two measurement here, accounting base and market base, ROA as the accounting base and Tobin-Skew as the market base. And then control variables, which consist of firm size and firm age. For the firm size, the measurement will be natural logarithm of total assets, and for the firm age, the measurement will be number of years listed in 90x. And now I will talk about the proposed hypothesis. There will be three hypotheses in this research. The first one is about the impact of board diversity on firm financial performance. This hypothesis will support by agency theory with some advantages that board diversity can enhance connection between external parties, better decision, and also can boost firm reputation. Therefore, the H1 here, there is a positive relationship between board diversity and firm financial performance. Second hypothesis is about the impact of board diversity on sustainability disclosure. This hypothesis will be supported by agency theory also, with some beneficials that younger members are more concerned with stakeholders, and also women tend to be more sensitive and participative toward the society, and also higher education members will find a way to maximize use of resources, because this kind of people, they tend to be put more attention and more careful in every strategic and decision they make. Therefore, the H2 here, there is a positive relationship between board diversity and sustainability disclosure. Last hypothesis is about the impact of sustainability disclosure on firm financial performance. This hypothesis will be supported by legitimacy theory with some benefits that sustainability disclosure can bring good reputation for the firm. And when the firm have good reputation, it will motivate employees to work at their best, which eventually can affect the firm financial performance. Not only that, sustainability disclosure can also attract more investors. Therefore, the H3 here, there is a positive relationship between sustainability disclosure and firm financial performance. Now about the research model. Here, board diversity is the independent, and here is the dependent. So H1 is board diversity to here, H2 here to here, and H3 this one to this one. And here is the control variable to affect the which can affect the firm financial performance. Next, about
1 minute
the
to go.
population and sample technique. The population I will get from agriculture and mining industry, which that listed in IDX. So there will be 24 companies from agriculture and 47 companies from mining. For the financial year will be 2017 until 2019. For the purposive sample technique, for the sample, I will use purposive sample technique with these 4 criteria. And after I filter it, I get 14 companies from agriculture and 42 from mining industry. So in total, there will be 56 companies, time to 3 years, so there will be 159 from year. Last but not least, about the data analysis technique, I use partial least square with the help of WordPLS software version 7.0. And this one is the steps. The first one I'll be doing data collection, which is secondary data from annual or financial or sustainability reports. And second step, I'll be doing designing inner model, outer models, constructing path diagram, converting path diagram to equation, and then doing parameter estimation, goodness of fit evaluation. For the goodness of fit evaluation, I'll be doing outer and inner. And for the outer is convergent, discriminant, validity, and composite reliability. For the inner is R-squared breadth coefficient. And I'll be doing hypothesis testing using bootstrap resampling method. And lastly, I will do the analysis for each hypothesis. I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you. Dr. G, please.
Okay, well done. Actually, Adeline is very clear presentations.
Thank you, sir.
Just go back with your the theories. You presented in the hypothesis. I think will be useful. You explain the hypothesis, what the previous studies, each hypothesis. So you put the reference there in your slide.
Yes.
And you mentioned actually what theory actually behind for each hypothesis. So you done very good for that. Now, my question actually is why you selected agriculture and mining sectors? Why not other sectors? What rationale behind for that study then?
Because sir, I do research that agriculture and mining industry is included as the top 5 sectors that contribute most in Indonesia's GDP. Like for the agriculture contributes around 12.7% of the Indonesia's GDP, and for the mining contributes around 7.3% of the Indonesia's GDP. So I think this is like the most 2 sectors that really demanding in Indonesia, and that's why I want to use it because their production activities is really close with the environment of Indonesia.
Why are you using PLS, partially square, instead of fully structured equation modeling?
Because I think I have the intervening variable, so I don't really know what software that I need to use, but because mostly the software that I use is WordPLS or Gradle, that's why I choose WordPLS because I have intervening variable as I have sustainability disclosure as the intervening variable.
Okay, thank you, Pak Joshua. Thank you, Adeline.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Joshua
thank
and
you,
Mr.
Adeline.
G.
You may stop share your screen.
Okay.